I went to a specialized high school for mathematics and science. While in high school, I had a counselor who suggested that everyone do undergraduate research. I wasn't quite sure what it was, but I thought that I was going to be in professional academia when I graduated, so I thought that was the thing to do. At Auburn, I'm working on a research project with Dr. Robichaud in physics, and it involves us simulating a lithium plasma and seeing how that plasma reacts when it is highly ionized. Before I came to Auburn, I was already looking on the internet for what the physicists were interested in, what their research was, and what they were doing currently. About 2 weeks into school, I had found a professor and started emailing him, and I got accepted into his research group. I would say getting to experience what the bread and butter of science, getting to see what actual physicists do in the field.
So the honors student who worked in my lab was Brianna Daly, and she finished her thesis a few years ago, maybe last year. And her topic was looking at the preference of anemone fishes, clownfishes, for host anemones, and how the species identity of the host sea anemone affected anemone fish preference. And this is important for the ecology of these fishes and where they live on the coral reef. The honors thesis is different because it's more extensive. So the student typically spends at least a full year doing a research project versus a lot of undergraduate research, which is only a semester. They're required to write the thesis in the format of a master's thesis, which is a really good format to learn, and it's pretty extensive. So I'd say it's more in-depth, it's longer, and I think there are higher standards. In my lab, the way it worked is that the student took sort of the equivalent of a full class each semester, so and even maybe for a full year. So Brianna took 4 units of undergraduate research or honors thesis research, both fall and spring. And that gave her enough time to sort of consider it to be another full class, and she could then spend a lot of time on the project. First, figure out what you're interested in. So think about what you really would love to do for your honors thesis. What kind of topics in general interest you? And then look around in the departments on campus that have those topics for professors that do work on those kinds of things. And just go to the websites and look up faculty. And also you can take the approach of just thinking about a department that interests you and then looking at the faculty research interests and then seeing which of those excite you. And all faculty have something about their area of specialization. And then once you read about what professors are doing, contact one or more, see if they're willing to meet with you, and go from there.